Princess Zara'thiel of the Vel'kari Empire had faced down warlords, negotiated with crime syndicates, and stood unflinching before the Council of Void Lords. Her composure was legendary across 3-star systems. Yet as she waited in the diplomatic hall, her secondary hearts hammered against her ribcage in a rhythm she couldn't control. The humans were coming. "Your Highness, perhaps we should reconsider," her chief advisor whispered, his skin flickering nervous shades of purple. "The reports about their kind are precisely why we must meet them," Zara'thiel interrupted, forcing her voice steady. She had read every file, watched every recording. The humans were a newcomer species, recently arrived in the galactic community after achieving faster-than-light travel only decades ago. They were primitive by most standards, weak by conventional measurements, and yet they had survived. The doors opened with a pneumatic hiss. Captain Marcus Chen entered, and Zara'thiel's breath caught in her throat. He looked so fragile. No natural armor plating, no venomous spines, no energy-dissipating carapace. Just synthetic fabric covering soft skin, a single heart beating visibly at his throat, and those strange, forward-facing eyes that marked him as a predator species. He moved with casual grace, seemingly unaware of the guards' plasma rifles tracking his every step. "Your Highness," he said, inclining his head. His voice was warm, carrying harmonics that made her skin tingle. "Thank you for agreeing to this meeting." Zara'thiel rose, towering over him by nearly 2 feet. "Captain Chen, we have heard remarkable things about your species. Remarkable good or remarkable bad?" His lips curved upward, a smile, she remembered. A display of blunt teeth that somehow conveyed friendliness rather than threat. She gestured for him to sit, buying time to compose herself. How did his species survive with such thin skin? One claw swipe would be fatal. Your people fought the Krix swarms to a standstill. The Krix, who have consumed 17 civilizations. Marcus settled into the chair, completely relaxed despite being surrounded by potential hostiles. "We got lucky. Found their command ship. You boarded a Krix dreadnought. With hand weapons." Zara'thiel felt her skin flush violet. She was showing too much emotion. "No species does that. The radiation alone should have killed you." "Oh, it probably took years off our lives," Marcus said casually, as if discussing the weather. "But we had people counting on us. You do what needs doing." There it was, the thing that made humans simultaneously fascinating and terrifying. They knew their limitations intimately, their fragile bodies, their brief lifespans, their lack of natural weapons, and they simply didn't care. They charged forward anyway, driven by something the Empire's xenopsychologists couldn't quite quantify. "Captain, I must ask." Zara'thiel leaned forward, abandoning diplomatic protocol. "Ow! How does your species face extinction-level threats with such stupidity?" Marcus offered with another smile. "Courage," she corrected, her voice barely above a whisper. Marcus was quiet for a moment, his eyes, those binocular predator's eyes, meeting hers directly. No other species made such aggressive eye contact, so casually. "Your Highness, humanity spent millennia as prey. We were hunted by bigger, stronger, faster things with better teeth and claws. We survived by being stubborn, by refusing to quit, by looking at impossible odds and saying not today." He stood, and Zara'thiel realized her hands were trembling. This soft, weak creature with no armor and one fragile heart somehow radiated more danger than any heavily armed warrior she'd ever met. "We didn't survive because we're the strongest or the fastest," Marcus continued. "We survived because we're the ones who don't know when to give up. Every human carries that legacy in their bones." Zara'thiel understood now why the intelligence reports had been so contradictory. Humans weren't remarkable because of what they were. They were remarkable because of what they refused to stop being. The alliance, she said firmly, decision made. The Vel'kari Empire would be honored to stand with humanity. Marcus's smile widened. "We'd like that, Your Highness. Though I should warn you, we're terrible at following orders." Despite herself, Zara'thiel laughed, her skin finally settling into a calm azure. Perhaps that was exactly what the galaxy needed.